I will, I'll see you in a minute when I see if I can figure out how to get in here. In the case that I can't get in, here's what it looks like from the outside. Totally boarded up, but I've heard it's open on the inside just as like a hangout place. It already looks busier than I was expecting, or at least more occupied. It's not totally abandoned. Oh, nice to do that thing where they black out what it is. I mean, that's not totally dead. Oh, this goes all the way out. I mean, this is dead, but it's not totally abandoned like I thought. It's actually way cooler than I thought, too. This is great. I hope I can document a lot of it. Seems like there's 4 floors, apparently, at least 3. Wow, they have that whole back half totally blocked off. All right, this is really cool. But they have Adirondack chairs you can sit in. Whew. I'm out of breath walking up 3 flights of stairs. It's never a good sign. Look at this view. All right. I'm going to take a minute to relax, and then we will get back at it. See you in a minute. So before we continue our look through the rest of these shops here, right there, that huge tower is all that's left of the abandoned Trump Plaza Casino and Hotel. That was one of the hotels, one of the casinos that closed in 2014. That one, along with the Atlantic Club, are the 2 that did not reopen. That one was falling apart so much that pieces of the building apparently kept falling down, including on the side streets and stuff. At least I'm pretty sure that's what I read. And so in February of 21, they demolished one of the towers, but for some reason kept up that one right there on the boardwalk, and I have no idea why, but we'll go down and check that out in a minute. Let's keep looking around here. So this apparently was the shops at Caesars up until 2015, when it also closed and then reopened a little while later as what they're calling now the playground. But I don't get what the purpose of this is. Everything is still just closed up, right? Like, is it the playground in that maybe they have events on the 4th floor still? But like, it doesn't seem worth it to keep this whole place open just to have a couple of Adirondack chairs overlooking the ocean. And don't get me wrong, that's really cool, but at the expense of still handling this. I don't know how much sense that makes. Oh yeah, there's apparently another floor up there, but the escalators are closed. Yeah, all of this is being kept open in some capacity just so they can. But the sign even still says the pier shops at Caesars. And unless there's another purpose that I'm not aware of, it's all being kept open just to have a couple of stores, say on the bottom floor, I think, and then like have seating up here. I don't get it. Does anyone watching this know why this is being kept like this? So yeah, you can get a little closer shot of the abandoned Trump Tower there, or the Trump Plaza Tower. Oh, so you must be able to get down here. Look, no, this is up. So you can get up on multiple spots, but you can't get down. So that's a skywalk to get into Caesars, but apparently you can't get down. So I guess I have to backtrack and then take that stairwell back downstairs. And then back out onto the boardwalk we go. I didn't check out level 2 yet. Let me go and see what's down there. Wow, this is super trippy. I gotta give them credit though. I mean, I think more of these are closed than this lets on, but for a while there, at least they were updating every single directory in the place, including this one, as part of this wing that is completely dead. There's nothing here, but they still pay for the lights to be on. Like, why don't they close this? Like they did the back half. Oh, because there's one designer jewelry store down here, you could still close this off after that. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is very cool. Very trippy. But makes no sense. Oh, and there's the walkway to Caesars. From my understanding, Caesars is one of the few places that's actually doing halfway okay. So I'm sure we've all seen what alive and functioning casinos look like, so we won't mess with that. But I think this is the entranceway to get in and out. So I don't know what people were talking about with security, but there's not a security issue here. If you just want to come and document the place, at least none that I saw. Oh, it's cold out here though. Let me get my jacket back on. So like I mentioned, in 2014, Atlantic City saw 4 of their casinos close in 1 year. One of them was this one back here that we just looked at in the mall. it's the Trump Plaza. So this one obviously never reopened, but in February of 2021, they actually demolished one of the towers. But I'm not sure. I thought that the whole thing was gone. I'm not sure what the deal is with this tower that's still being up. Maybe this one wasn't maybe it wasn't deteriorating enough. I'm not sure. This is what is left of the Trump Plaza. And so what's really interesting, hopefully I can, so right there, you see that little octagon that's right there? That was one of those skyways, like we just saw with Caesars, that connected the Trump Plaza parking garage, which is still back there, to what used to be the Trump Plaza casino. And so there's footage, if you want to look it up, of them demolishing this. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to go back and try to figure out why this one didn't come down with it. Maybe they just were doing what made sense at the time in terms of being cost effective. I mean, look at this. That is a total eyesore. But yeah, it's super interesting. And so I wonder if there was a way, I don't see it, if there was a way for Trump Plaza to be connected. Oh, yep, right there. So that connected this tower to the demolished one, to back to the parking garage back there. So it's interesting that with the skywalk stuff, I mean, look, even this front part here has windows all boarded up and everything, but like they just cinder block it up. Like, I wonder if that parking garage is still in use or not. But this one especially was most impactful, at least to me, because the front of that parking garage faces the Atlantic City Expressway. When you first pull into Atlantic City on the road that 99% of people will drive to get in here. It's a giant flat face building that used to say Trump Plaza. At night it would be illuminated. And now, because they left the building up, but they've taken down the Trump Plaza words, it's just this like abandoned, like derelict, rundown looking giant building. So you're greeted with exactly what is going on with this place, which is this confusing, like, is it working, is it not? Because you're greeted when you pull in with Caesars on the left, which is doing fairly well as far as I understand, and the abandoned, half demolished Trump Plaza Casino Hotel on the right. All right, well, got about 3/4 of a mile to walk down the boardwalk here till we get to the final spot I want to check out, which is the abandoned Atlantic Club Casino and Hotel right on the boardwalk. I mean, this is just such Back to the Future Part 2 stuff. These just run down houses, abandoned lot with this, where is it? The casinos in the background, all their opulence. And there's someone with a loudspeaker down there. Wow. Man. This has just been a trippy day trying to explore this place. I had hoped that it would be a little bit better, but I was going to be shocked if it was. Is that dude selling swords? What is that? He is selling swords. That dude is selling like swords and knives and stuff. Just hanging right there, right by the door on the boardwalk. Crazy. I'm pretty sure this, where are we at here? This is the abandoned Atlantic Club, which previously, what was it, the Hilton, I believe? It's actually had several iterations of what it is. But I believe that that is our final stop, at least in terms of abandoned places. This is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I believe the plan now is to turn it into luxury condos. There's a university campus a little ways south of here that for a while it was potentially going to be bought by them and turned into a dorm. For a while it was going to be turned into a water park, but everything has fallen through thus far. So now the plan is apparently to turn it into luxury condos right next to some random abandoned building. Probably not abandoned, just not in use right now. Building, although the roof is half off, but this is all brand new. I mean, this is massive for just sitting here. Totally abandoned. It's just crazy. This is just sitting here for 9 years now. 9 years this has just been sitting abandoned on the boardwalk. Just deteriorating. Look how massive it is. Hopefully that door means that someone is doing some sort of work. So maybe it really will be turned into condos, but I guess only time will tell. Alright, I've walked something in the neighborhood of 2.5 miles down the boardwalk here. I need to figure out how to get 2.5 miles back up to the car. Back side of the Atlantic Club here. I mean, I don't know how you can have an abandoned parking garage. Oh, because it's the parking garage for the Atlantic Club. So, to the extent that you can have an abandoned parking garage, you have an abandoned parking garage here, which means that Trump Plaza one's probably abandoned too. Wonder when the last time anybody wasn't here was. This is a really cool mural. So that whole thing there, that whole block is abandoned. This whole block here of the Atlantic Club is abandoned. These are massive footprints to just leave sit. It's crazy. But there are cars down there, so maybe there are people working. I don't know why they don't look like security. It looks like worker vehicles. Do you guys ever see Leaving Las Vegas? It's one of my all-time favorite movies. This reminds me of the whole year in that Nicolas Cage stayed in. I mean, honestly, a lot of these places remind me of that, right? Not as much that, but sort of the same sort of thing. You wouldn't even know if that Quality Inn was open. That sign just being gone. So, Atlantic City is attempting to revitalize itself by positioning itself as transitioning to a more family-friendly, family-focused environment. However, we've seen almost the best of what it has to offer, I would argue, along the boardwalk. That's where most of the money is going, I'm assuming, from the city. But you get one block off, the boardwalk. You're not even like beyond the casinos yet, right? Because you still have like Tropicana here and parking garages and stuff. Like, you're not even totally separated from that yet. And beeping over there, and it's already, you know, looking like this. Nothing about this says family friendly or even transitioning to a to kind of a better, more revitalized situation. I mean, for being as in bad a shape as it is, there's still a lot of people here at kind of the more active and whatever casinos. Like, I'm here on a holiday weekend. I'm assuming if I were to come on like a Wednesday, it'd be different. But I wasn't expecting to see this, at least this many people. So clearly something is happening to keep things going here. I was going to say the Fox Manor Hotel has seen better days, but obviously it has. It's boarded up. Alright, so I'm going back to the boardwalk because there are still that loudspeaker stuff that I was talking about earlier is still going on somewhere down there, and I don't feel like accidentally getting in the middle of whatever that is. But at least in exchange we can be treated to this boarded up abandoned house. So yeah, if something comes up, I'll turn the camera back on, but otherwise I will see you when we get back up to the Showboat and Revel, or what's it, Ocean area. think we're gonna call it now. Just city is rough. Oh, you can see the Trump Plaza there if we didn't see that already. But yeah, the city is struggling. So thanks again for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. All right, bye.